He's fighting because somebody mailed him the belt.
So what do I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. Okay, so before we get going on the video, man, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe one time for your boy, so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this channel. You know what I mean? Alright, so with all that out the window, man, y'all see what the title of the video is, man. Time to shut up the haters. I say it's time to shut up the haters. You know what I mean? So, you know, man, for me, bro, I honestly believe that Devin Haney is one of the most hated guys in boxing. I really honestly and truly believe that, man. From the moment that this dude was coming up, and all he wanted to do was fight the biggest and best competition out there, man. The dude was calling out the Lomas. He was calling out the T.O.s. He was calling out the Gary Russells. He was calling out all these dudes as he was coming up in the division. And all these dudes did as he was trying to fight these guys was play him, right? I mean, literally. You know what I'm saying? Literally. Everything came out of these niggas' mouths but let's fight, right? I mean, they would say any and everything, but let's fight, right? They went as far as to call Devin the email champion. He didn't win the belt. He wouldn't even have a belt unless somebody emailed it to him, right? Ain't that what Tank said? He wouldn't even have a belt unless somebody emailed it to him. Devin Haney takes all the bullshit that these niggas is talking, puts all that shit on his back, takes a huge concession in a negotiation to make this fight happen between him and George Kambosos, right? But he didn't just beat Kambosos. Oh no. He left the entire country and went to Kambosos' home country and hometown and didn't just beat him just one time. Beat him twice. Devin Haney did everything that was needed to be done in order to make the fight, even when it was unreasonable for him,
and I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling
as one of the biggest fighters out there,
jackass
right? So, fast forward to today, Devin beats Kambosos, becomes the undisputed champion of the world, but even now, still doesn't get the credit that he deserves by being the undisputed lightweight champion. As a matter of fact, Devin Haney gets no respect. Devin Haney gets completely and utterly disrespected, right? These fanboys and these haters acknowledge Tank as the #1 guy at lightweight, when the reality of the situation is Tank ain't done shit at lightweight. I mean, this ain't a Tank bash session, but this nigga has fought absolutely no one who we wanted him to fight. There's been so many guys around Tank that we wanted him to get in the ring with, the Gary Russells, the Tevin Farmers, the Vasiliy Lomachenkos, and this dude refuses to fight any of these dudes, but yet and still he's somehow still acknowledged as the best lightweight. Somebody make it make sense. If Tank Davis fight one more nigga with the last name Garcia, I swear to God, I swear to God, I'ma scream. I'ma scream. You know what I mean? That's all Tank has been fighting for the last 5 years. Hector Garcia, Ryan Garcia. I mean, come on. Enough is enough. We want to see you in the ring with these guys that we want to see you in the ring with. The Shakurs, the Garys at very least, the Devins. If you're going to talk like that, these are the fights that we need to see you in. Nevertheless, I digress, because Devin Haney now is in a situation where he's getting ready to get in the ring against the guy who beat the guy. the guy who was previously recognized as pound for pound #1. I don't know how, but he was. Devin Haney's finally going to find himself in a situation where not only will he be the undisputed champion of the world at 135 pounds, but with a win over Lomachenko, I think it's safe to say that he deserved to be placed in the top 5 pound for pound. And finally shut you haters up. Finally shut you hating ass motherfuckers up, bro. You dudes that go out of your way to discredit and disparage Devin Haney when the guy only wants to fight the best competition in and or around his weight division. He finally gonna get the opportunity to shut you up by fighting the guy Vasiliy Lomachenko who Tank ducked. If we keeping it real, right? So I'm just excited about the possibility of this fight happening. It seems to be all but done at this particular point in time, and I couldn't be happier because I want to see Devin Haney get the recognition that he deserves by being the best lightweight at 135 pounds. You know what I mean? And finally show you haters what's what. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna wrap the video up right here, man. Let me know what your thoughts is, man. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit that goddamn like button on your way out. But until next time, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
Ghetto intellectual in the dimensional, raised in the trenches with an appetite for vegetables, broccoli and edibles, the greens, Booker to a year kept me mentally lean. Ghetto intellectual in the dimensional, raised in the trenches with an appetite for vegetables, broccoli and edibles, the greens,
I said, hey,
kept me mentally
what it do?
lean. College dropout, heard me
Who's all the real boxer fans out there, man? What it do?
I never knew niggas like college, so I hesitated, tried to play the street, but
See, we got some real boxing fans in the building, man. Bill's Boot Camp. Keith Pierre in the building. Terry Smooth Jr. I got AC in the building. What up with your AC? Yeah. Food Angle Branch in the building. What going on with you, fam? We in this motherfucker. G Park in the building. What up with you, G Parker? We talking some boxing today. We got a big fight coming up on Saturday, and we rocking out. Scientists in the building. What up with you, scientists?
Ghetto intellectual in the dimensional, raised in the trenches with an appetite for vegetables, broccoli and edibles, the greens, Booker to a year kept me mentally lean. In my ghetto, 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 in my ghetto.
We talking some boxing today.
Mentally.
Oh, that was different.
Yo, I'ma make this the longest outro ever. Yo, shout out to every motherfucking body who ever listened to this nigga right now. Nigga, if you have ever heard the name Glance Rap, nigga, if you ever heard anything about this
That
nigga
sounds
Glance,
like
my nigga,
Al Heyman
today, nigga,
doesn't think that his guy is gonna win
thank you
and
for
is
listening
ducking
to this
Terrence
shit
Crawford.
that made me make it this far to make a song like this. fucking B-roll for
We in this
B-roll's
thing.
sake. Nigga, this song is, nigga, we about to take this song and put that bitch under a motherfucking coal on the 4th of July and roll
I was
some
avoiding him. Like I
motherfucking
said, I'm
chicken
gonna
on
get these
this shit, nigga.
belts
It's that
over here.
fire.
Then I'm gonna come take Terrence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. So the only way to make that happen is to take his belt. So I mean, nobody's avoiding him.
If I do not document how I feel right now about being a ghetto individual who's an intellectual who made it far enough to graduate college after dropping out in the 9th grade, nigga, this is a miracle, nigga. Fuck that. Yo,
Why wouldn't I?
feel myself because feeling
Yeah, but not
myself
that smart.
feels good
Bro,
right now. Fuck you if you hate me, and welcome to the experience if you like it.
Welcome
Yes, the nigga is ghetto.
to the Chinatown.
The nigga is black excellence at its finest. If you do not pay attention right now, nigga, you need to go do your taxes. This is shit talking at a century right now. Fuck you, fuck all of your haters that don't know that this nigga is dope.
This nigga is dope. What up, boxing fans? What it do, man? I say what it do. It's your boy KD in this thing, man. What it do, man? What it do? Salute to all the real boxing fans out there, man. I say salute to all the real boxing fans out there, man. If you know what I mean. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit the goddamn like button on your way in, your way out, whichever way you're going. Hit the like button, goddamn it. Y'all know what time it is, man. And once again, welcome.
Welcome to the Chinatown.
Y'all know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me check that sound out, man. Y'all know how we do the sound check around here, man. Earl or Duck in the chat, man, if y'all can hear me good, bro. I say Earl or Duck in the chat if y'all can hear me good, bro. We got to test the sound. We got to make sure the sound popping off, man. I can't be talking 3 and 4 hours to myself, goddamn. Earl or Duck in the chat if you can hear me good. Let me see if I see some Earl or Ducks in this motherfucker. Keep Pierre in the building, okay. Cap it like a motherfucker. I see what's going on. Let me see if we can get some Earl or Ducks up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be talking some big boy boxing shit today. You know what I mean? Bill's Boot Camp say duck sauce. Facts on facts, my guy. Pooh Dangle Branch in the building. He say Earl a drunken duck. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. A drunken duck. Very, very, very accurate. My guy AC say Earl a duck all day, every day. Now we know what we need to know, so we can go ahead and continue on with the rest of our day, man. Y'all see what time it is. We're gonna talk some big boy boxing shit today, man. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit the like button on your way in, your way out, whichever way you're going. We hope you're staying, but if you're leaving, hit the like button on the way out, man, so we can get going. We can get going. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. So yeah, man, y'all see, we're gonna get right on into it. Actually, before that, let's go on here and read some of the comments, man. Let me see what y'all talking about out here on these boxing streets, man. My guy Bill's Boot Camp, first one in the building. He say salute, fam. Appreciate you, Bill's Boot Camp. Number one, Bill's Boot Camp in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm saying? What going on with you? Keep Pierre coming through with the trolling early on with the cap. He said, let's start this off right. Butter duck. I don't know where you guys get the information that you come up with. I really don't how you can get a guy who did everything in his power to make a fight happen, how he could duck. I really don't understand it. I feel like 2 + 2 is 9 to you niggas, really, honestly and truly. How does a nigga who went out of his way to get a fight all of a sudden duck a guy? Like that makes zero sense, right? How does a nigga, if Bud really wanted to duck Earl Spence, all he had to do was stay with Top Rank, right? According to you niggas, he was on the wrong side of the street. So if he wanted to duck Earl, all he had to do was stay on that side of the street. It would have been easy, right? But you niggas don't think logically. You don't use the right parts of your brain. You come up with all this jumbled mess, you know what I'm saying? Bud, what reason does Bud have to duck Earl Spence? What reason? What does Earl have that Bud will be scared of in the least is what I'm trying to figure out, right? Everybody want to fight Earl Spence. Nigga, Mikey Garcia thought so lowly of Earl Spence that he called out Earl Spence. What lightweight is calling out Bud Crawford besides niggas like Gary Russell Jr., right? Niggas like Gary Russell Jr. who trying to get a payday. What lightweight sees flaws in Bud that's like, yo, I want to fight Bud because I see something? Ain't nobody out there talking like that about Bud Crawford like they talking about Earl Spence. Everybody want a piece of Earl Spence. Blair Cobb say he wants some of Earl Spence, man. Ain't nobody scared of no damn Earl Spence. You niggas sound crazy as hell. Keep Pierre say Devin gonna get knocked out. You crazy. You crazy hell. Now Devin gonna get knocked out? Hell no, bro. Hell no. Hell no. He ain't gonna get knocked out, bro. He gonna make that boy Lomachenko look horrible. 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 We're gonna talk more about it though. Let's keep going with the comments. My guy AC say one love, Katie. Haney by unanimous decision, but I'm hoping for an 11th round stoppage. Yeah, bro. That's actually kind of my prediction, bro. That's actually my prediction. We're going to break it all the way down, but that's actually my prediction, though. An 11th round stoppage, I think that there's a possibility or a strong possibility of something like that happening. And I'll explain a little bit more why that is. Terry Smooth Jr. say Loma stops Haney. Ryan Garcia would body Haney. You must be crazy. Terry, put the crack pipe down. But I did not tell you to leave that white girl alone. Come on, Terry. You can't be out here doing drugs and typing up on the same time. You can't be in the chat while on drugs. You can't do that, bro. I need you to sober up before you hop on the chat, bro. I need you to sober up before that, bro. Loma ain't stopping no Haney, man. Come on, man. Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all crazy. The chances of that happening are slim to none. Slim to none at this particular point in time. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going, though. My guy, Keith Pierre say, become undisputed champion of the world, fighting nobody. Absolutely. You know, here go the thing about Bud's undisputed run. When Bud became undisputed, he fought everybody in his way. Everybody who was in his way. He fought everybody in his way to become the undisputed champion, right? He fought everybody in his way to be the undisputed champion. That's way more than you could say about a lot of these other undisputed champions out here, right? A lot more than you could say about these other undisputed champions. I mean, Earl Spence managed to collect 3 belts without fighting Manny Pacquiao, right? Who was number 1 in the division at the time, without fighting Keith Thurman, who was also number 1 in the division. Earl Spence has not fought a number 1 welterweight. I don't even know how Earl Spence is really on the pound for pound list, honestly and truly, right? How does beating Danny Garcia and Yordenis Ugas land you on a pound for pound list? That shit makes 0 sense. But let's keep it going, though. I know Keith Pierre gonna keep capping. Here he go. He say same thing Bud did. Here you go. Capping like a motherfucker. Fighting nobody. Okay, fighting nobody. But he a 3-weight, 1-time undisputed, 2-time lineal champion, but he fighting nobody. Come on, man. You dudes make 0 sense. 0 sense. Strap season, man down. Ain't been a man down since Ocampo. Right? ain't been a man down since Ocampo. The man stopped Ugas, but Ugas ain't touched the ground not one time during that fight, right? So he should change his name. He should change that whole little saying from man down to man up or something. Because ain't been a man down in a while, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. Ain't been a man down in a while. So he really need to change that shit. But let's keep it going, though. My guy AC say Tank had 2 chances to fight Loma and ducked both. Yes, he did, bro. Ducked the shit out of Lomachenko on both occasions. While Tank was ducking Loma, Devin was looking for Loma, right? While Tank was running away from Loma, Devin Haney was running to Loma, right? He was looking for the smoke. While Tank was running away from smoke, right? He was running away. He was talking about how don't nobody bring nothing to the table, him and Leonard Ellaby. Devin Haney was running to the smoke. I want Loma. I want the guy who they say is number 1 while Tank was running away, right? But let's keep it going, though. My guy AC spitting facts as usual. Poodango Branch in the building. He say, I hope Haney 120, 108 his ass. Yeah, bro, there's a real possibility of that. There's a real possibility of that. But, you know, we're going to talk more about that. Devin is Earl's 2.0 duck. Who he ducking? Who we ducking, Terry? I don't even know. Are you just saying shit? You ain't got no names in mind. Who we ducking? Who is Devin ducking now? This I gotta hear. I gotta hear about this shit. Who is Devin ducking? Right? Who? Every single person that stepped up trying to make a fight with Devin Haney, he's made the fight happen, right? Including trying to make fights with guys who don't want to make the fight happen. Right? So who is Devin ducking? I need some enlightenment on this shit. That's what I need. That's what I need. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Keep PSA. It take a duck. It take duck Bud, definitely a goose. Come on, bro. Here we go with this goofy shit. Keith Pierre say, I didn't know you like bird watching. I don't know what you talking about, Keith Pierre. Put that drink down, fam. Put that drink down. I don't know what you got going on. G Park in that building. He say, gang, gang, we in here. Salute to all the parties in attendance. Appreciate y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all. And if we got anybody new in the building, you know we gotta jump your punk ass again. Y'all already know what time it is, man. What's up?
You've been hanging with the homies in the hood for a while now. It's about time we jump your punk ass in. That's right. Let me tell you something. In this world, if you can't swim, you bound to drizzle. Yeah. And if you fall, you better pick your punk ass up. That's right. And the rest of y'all, don't cut him no slack. Y'all fools get busy. Let's go. Working, dog, working.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all official like a whistle out here, man. All day, every day. My guy Nat Zay in the building. What going on with you, Nat Zay? He say, I can't wait till Haney put an end to this shit too. Yeah, bro. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But you know, these niggas already gearing up to take credit away from Devin Haney from beating the toughest guy in the weight division. They already gearing up to try to hate on Devin Haney for beating the top guy in the weight division. They already gearing up to hate on him. You know these niggas gonna start hating when Devin Haney won that belt, undisputed. All belts before Devin Haney. This is the timeline of shit, right? Devin Haney only has the WBC belt. Oh, he an email champion. You know, he an email champion. The only reason he got the belt is because somebody emailed it to him. Devin Haney get undisputed. Oh, the belts don't matter. Do y'all see how that transition happened? Y'all see how easily that shit transitioned from the belt, from you the email champion, you ain't really serious, you email champion, to the belts don't matter. Ain't that interesting how that shit happened? The belts don't matter. You the email champion. So they clowning you for not having a belt, and then they clown you for having a belt. Do that make sense to you? So which one do you want? Which one do you want? What direction do you want me to go exactly? Do you want me to get belts or do you not want me to get belts? Because when I didn't have a belt, I was an email champion. And the only reason why I was relevant was because somebody emailed me a belt. But as soon as I get undisputed and I get all the belts, now the belts don't matter all of a sudden now, right? So which one is it? Do I got to get a belt or do I not got to get a belt, right? Are the belts important or are the belts not important? These niggas got to pick one, right? These niggas got to pick one. But let me keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. My guy Nat Zay in the building. He say, a lot of people gonna hate it, but it is what it is. Facts on top of facts on top of facts. All day, every day. It's like they say, trolls always stay on their grind. Shaking my head. Yeah, these niggas work hard, bro. These trolls work hard as hell, bro. Terry Smoot, one of the hardest working trolls on YouTube right now, bro. Hands down, bro. Hands down. One of the hardest working. That's my guy, but he one of the hardest working trolls out there, bro. My boy don't take breaks. You know what I'm saying? He don't take breaks. Demetrius Ross say peace to the chat. Salute, KD. Appreciate you, Demetrius Ross, for pulling on up on your boy KD. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what else y'all talking about. Okay, my guy Knockout Boxing 86 TV in the building. What up? What you found? You say salute, Brody. Hey, appreciate you for coming through Knockout. Y'all be sure to subscribe to my guy Knockout Boxing 86 TV on YouTube. Got a fire channel. You know what I'm saying? Fire debates. I think there's a debate going on tonight. So after you're done here, be sure to check out my guy Knockout on his channel. Check out the debate he got going on. I think it's about Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence tonight. So that should be a good one. You know what I'm saying? My guy, McCandon _901 in the motherfucking building. He say Earl Spence Jr. a fucking duck. Facts on facts on facts. He a duck. The biggest duck in professional boxing. That's how I like to think of Earl Spence. Just to, you know what I'm saying? Just to put things in proper perspective, because there are no bigger ducks in boxing than Earl Spence Jr. Earl Spence is indeed the biggest duck in professional boxing right now, bro. He got the crown. If you want to say Earl Spence should be on a pound for pound list, right? If you want to say he should be on a pound for pound list for anything, it really should be the pound for pound list of ducking. That's really what it should be, right? He definitely rated in the top 5/top 3 pound for ducking the smoke with a Terrence Bud Crawford. But let's keep it going, though. My guy Demetrius Ross, he say some of these dudes lack common sense, logic, and reasoning all day, every day, my guy. I'm always trying to talk sense into these niggas, and you know, it's always an uphill battle. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it go, man. Y'all know how it go. Okay, cool. All right, so I ain't gonna get through all the comments, but let me read some. Okay, my guy Knockout say this. He say, Devin / Loma going the distance. Anyone got it stopping early? I'm betting 100 push-ups on it. Going the distance. Who want to get on that KO workout plan? Well, you know what, bro? I think it's gonna lean towards a stoppage. I feel like it's gonna be a surprise, but I ain't confident enough in that in order to put push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Fuck it, bro. Nah, 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 nah. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. I ain't that confident that it's gonna be a stoppage, but I do think my guy Devin Haney gonna surprise us. You know what I'm saying? I do think so. My guy Ghost in that building. He say I got dead by YUD. Oh yeah, all day, every day, man. You know, I think that's the most likely scenario that they'll win by a unanimous decision. But I think he gonna surprise us. I'm gonna explain it a little bit later how I think it gonna go down. But I think we're gonna get in for a surprise come fight night, bro. All day, every day, man. I think we're gonna be in for a surprise on fight night. Go say they trying to do Bud the same way they've been doing Andre for a decade. Yeah, all day, every day, man. All day, every day. The only real difference between Bud and Andre as far as their careers is Bud went with Top Rank. I think Top Rank handled Bud's career very well up until the point where he kind of outgrew him. And for Andre, he signed with Banner early on, which I think in retrospect ended up being a mistake, and they ended up not building him necessarily the right way. And you know, he took some hits as far as like some fights that could have been made in the meantime, in between time. But you know, as far as what's going on and guys not wanting to get him in the ring and stuff like that, bro. I mean, they dealing with similar issues. Dudes don't want no smoke with Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, and dudes don't want no smoke with a Terrence Bud Crawford. You got niggas. Terrence Bud Crawford is so motherfucking frightening to these niggas. Demetrius Andrade is so frightening to these niggas that even the mandatories are refusing to fight the champion. Canelo Alvarez was Demetrius Andrade's mandatory back at 154 pounds, but refused to fight him, right? Jaime Moguilla was Demetrius Andrade's mandatory at 160 pounds and refused to fight him, right? You know what I'm saying? Virgil Ortiz was Terrence Bud Crawford's mandatory at 147 pounds, but refused to fight him, right? That's how you know you're dealing with a real dangerous motherfucking fighter when the fighter is the champion and he got mandatories that are literally refusing to fight him. Devin Haney is the champion at 135 pounds. He had the WBC belt. Ryan Garcia was his mandatory, and on multiple occasions, just like Virgil Ortiz, just like Jaime Mugia, on multiple occasions, Ryan Garcia declined to fight Devin Haney. Right? These niggas would rather fight in eliminators. These niggas would rather fight top 10 guys in their division. These niggas would rather fight any and everybody other than the champion. These niggas would rather fight anybody else rather than the champion and an opportunity to get a belt and get a payday. That's how bad it. You know how bad of a nigga you gotta be. You know how bad of a motherfucker you gotta be for your mandatory to turn down a fight with you, the champion, right? That go to show you everything you need to know about these dudes and their career, but they keep it going though. My guy Saint just say, I don't see Devin stopping Loma, split decision or UD. Like I said, that's the most likely scenario, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's I'm gonna explain why I think it may be a stoppage, you know what I'm saying? But the most likely scenario is a UD, man. That's the most likely scenario. You know what I'm saying? My guy, okay. Let me see. Go say, regardless of what your stance on the situation is at 147 is, people had to give Bud credit for his undisputed run. That was legit. Yeah, bro. They got to, but they refused to at the same time. Like, honestly and truly, bro, if you become undisputed at an entire weight division, bro, unless you're Canelo Alvarez, you had to beat everybody in your way in order to get there, right? Unless you had the ability to pick and choose who you're gonna fight, when you're gonna fight them, how you gonna fight them, and all the details, and drain them down and bring them down away. Unless you had the kind of power Canelo Alvarez had, you had to fight everybody in your way in order to get them belts, right? Terrence Bud Crawford beat everybody in his way at 140 pounds. He wasn't no A side. He wasn't telling niggas 60, 40, 70, 30, whatever I give you, right? He fought whoever was in his way. The fights that needed to be made were made, and he became undisputed. And that's how it's supposed to go. But ever since Bud got to 147 and ended up there with Earl Spence Jr. and, these niggas who, rather take the easy route, you know what I'm saying? Everything ended up changing, right? But it's Bud's fault. Bud the one ducking according to these weird ass niggas, right? Bud the one ducking according to these weird ass niggas. But my question is, how are all the fights able to be made at 140? Right? They're able to get undisputed done real quick at 140, but at 147, these niggas can't seem to get it together. Even before Bud Crawford got there, these niggas weren't able to get it together and get an undisputed champion. How the fuck that work? right? But it's Bud fault. But these niggas can't get it together even when Bud ain't even in the picture. Go to show you. You know what I'm saying? But we're not talking about Bud tonight, bro. We're not talking about Bud tonight. Let's keep it going though. My guy G Pocket, he say, can't do that, KD. Stoppages count. Man down, get a strap. Hey, look. He got that stoppage, but I'm just saying the slogan is man down, right? Ain't that the slogan? So you can't have a slogan like man down if you ain't put a man down since Ocampo. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say, G Parker. All day, every day, man. You know what I'm saying? I got knockout box and say that email champ shit was bogus. Yeah, it was bogus, man. But you know, dudes like Tank Davis and dudes like, dudes they wanted to hate on Devin Haney. It was email champion. He the email champion. I ain't got to fight him because he the email champion. And then when he get a belt, belts don't matter. So which one is it, bro? Do you want him to have a belt or do you not want him to have a belt? Which one do he got to do in order for you to be able to fight? Which route he got to go in order for him to be worthy? Because Ryan didn't have to get no belt, right? It didn't matter whether or not Ryan was an email champion. If anybody was an email champion, it was Ryan Garcia, because that nigga was walking around with an interim belt that he didn't beat anybody for, right? He didn't beat nobody for that interim belt that he was walking around with when he got in the ring with a Tank Davis, but wasn't nobody calling that nigga an email champion, right? But let's keep it going though. My guy Pooh Dangle Branch in the building. He say, I won't tell her to win, but hope T.O. win so Devin can force the fight. Yeah, bro. And that might be the next fight. I hope that it is the next fight. There are better fights, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. But let's go on and get into the topic of the conversation, right? I don't read too many comments. Now I'm behind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I might not have time to open up the panel, but we'll see. We'll see. So let go on and get into the topic of the conversation is right. And y'all see, man, it's fight week, y'all. It's fight week, y'all. It's going down on Saturday, bro. May 20th is going down on Saturday. Devin Haney versus Vasiliy Lomachenko is going down on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? And Tank next. Tank next, goddammit. Tank next. But Devin Haney versus Vasiliy Lomachenko is going down on Saturday. You know, and it's gonna be really good to see Devin Haney get some of the well-deserved respect that's due to him, bro. Devin Haney, in my opinion, bro, is probably one of the most disrespected fighters in boxing at this particular point in time. I can't think of nobody that's more disrespected than Devin Haney. Like I said, other than maybe like Terrence Crawford, Demetrius Andrade, but he's definitely up there, probably top 5 most disrespected fighter in boxing right now. I was talking about it a little bit earlier that when he got the WBC belt and he was trying to fight all the best guys in and or around his weight division, they didn't want to fight him. He was the email champion then, right? And then now he picks up all the belts after beating George Kambosos, and now all of a sudden the belts don't matter. He ain't fight nobody. It's just excuse after excuse after excuse as to why these niggas can't get in the ring with a Devin Haney when the dude has only wanted to fight the best. The dude has only been consistent in his position to want to fight the biggest and best competition out there, right? The biggest and best competition out there, right? And while Devin Haney is out there trying to fight the biggest and best competition out there, you got other dudes out there like Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. These niggas fighting in a TikTok World Championship tournament, right? These niggas fighting for the Instagram title of the world, while Devin Haney is risking it all against one of the best, if not the best, lightweight in the division, which would be a Vasiliy Lomachenko, right? You know, you know. So yeah, and I know a lot of the haters, they gonna come out here and they gonna say shit like, well, first of all, Lomachenko ain't really nothing. Lomachenko ain't this and Lomachenko ain't that. But I guarantee you Lomachenko beat every last person on Tank Davis's resume. I guarantee you he beat every single guy on Tank resume. I guarantee you he beat every single guy on Ryan resume. I guarantee you he beat every guy on Shakur resume at this particular point in time, right? Yeah, and still dudes want to go out of their way to disrespect Vasiliy Lomachenko as if he's not one of the best lightweights, if not the best lightweight. They want to say that Ryan Garcia is a part of these quote unquote 4 kings, but Ryan ain't no damn king. If there's a 4 kings, it would be Shakur, Devin, Tank, and Loma, not no goddamn Ryan Garcia. So this fight really, this fight honestly and truly does determine who the best lightweight in the best lightweight in the division is. It really is. And hold on real quick, man. I got the brightness too goddamn bright on me, man. I'm looking way too light skinned right now. I ain't that damn light skinned, y'all. I'm light skinned, but I ain't that light skinned. This shit had me looking way too light skinned, bro. Hold on, y'all. This shit had me way too. I had to bring that motherfucker down. God damn. I just looked at myself. I looked like Casper and shit. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going though. But yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. So yeah. Loma washes everybody on Tank resume. He washes everybody on Shakur resume. He washes everybody on Ryan's resume. Vasiliy Lomachenko is the most credible lightweight, period, for Devin Haney to fight, right? So there's no way anybody should be disrespecting Vasiliy Lomachenko as a challenger for a Devin Haney. Point blank, period, in the discussion, right? But I did a poll yesterday. I did a poll. I opened up a little poll, and I'm pretty much asking y'all because we know Devin Haney's disrespected. But all in all, the real boxing fans understand that this is a big fight. This is a good fight. This is the best fight in boxing right now. And I just want to know who y'all think gonna win. So let me go to the poll real quick that I did. I asked y'all the people who y'all think gonna win. And as of right now, bro, I got 28% of everybody who thinks Lomachenko is gonna win the fight. And I got 72% of everybody who thinks that Devin Haney is gonna win the fight. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's right. I think that's right that mostly everybody is going for Devin Haney. I think when you think about what Devin Haney brings to the table, outside of the original attributes, right? I think outside of the original attributes, you got to respect the fact that Devin Haney is he's the undisputed lightweight champion of the world for a reason. He's the undisputed lightweight champion of the world for the reason, right? Devin Haney want all the smoke. All he's done throughout his career is demand and want all the smoke. He's the undisputed lightweight champion. He's the most disciplined lightweight, in my opinion, right? Devin Haney never comes out of shape. Devin Haney is never on some out of the ring goofy shit like Tank and Shakur and these other niggas, right? You never hear about Devin Haney in the tabloids doing some goofy shit, you know what I'm saying, drinking and driving and crashing cars and flipping them over like some other guy, some other nameless guy we won't mention, right? You never hear about that kind of stuff from Devin Haney. He's the most disciplined lightweight, right? You never hear about him in the news for any domestic issues or nothing like that. Devin Haney is the real disciplined guy. Devin Haney is the most focused. Anytime you talk with Devin Haney, he has a fight coming up. He's not talking about other fights. He's not talking about other guys or other opportunities, anything like that. Devin Haney is always focused. He's always rock solid in his ideals and his belief that whoever's in front of him, that's who we need to focus on, right? You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney has the best feet right now as a lightweight. There's no lightweight out there that got better feet than Devin Haney, right? If there's anybody who's even close to that, it would be Lomachenko, the guy who's Devin actually in the ring with on Saturday, right? Devin Haney got the best feet. He got the best jab. He's the most complete fighter, right? He's the most complete fighter. But outside of Devin Haney being what he actually is, which is all those things and all those things which are superior to the other lightweights in the divisions, the Shakurs, the Tanks, the other guys in the division. Devin Haney, when it comes to this Lomachenko fight, I think you just got to pick Devin Haney in the first place because Devin Haney is going to have Lomachenko just overwhelmed, right? He's going to have him overwhelmed. Lomachenko, because of the reach, because of the jab, he's going to have a hard time closing the distance, right? He's going to have a hard time closing the distance on Devin Haney. The footwork, the jab, it's going to keep Lomachenko at a distance. It's going to keep Lomachenko having to reset, right? Them little feet and them little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. It's going to be real hard for him to get a punch in on Devin Haney, right? Gonna be real hard. All them little angles that Lomachenko like to use, right? Them little wish-wash angles and shit like that. It ain't gonna work at a guy who's already circling you, right? Devin Haney gonna be circling him. So there's no way Loma's gonna be able to circle Devin while Devin is circling him. And Devin's the one with the longer arms and the longer feet, right? The faster feet on top of that, right? So Loma's little angles ain't gonna work. Loma's little angles ain't gonna work. And then Loma, he's physically just too small for a guy like Devin Haney, right? The way Devin Haney fights, his style is just a little bit too, it's just a little bit too meticulous for a guy like Lomachenko. It's tailor-made for him. Lomachenko, if you look at Lomachenko's style in a nutshell, he's really a guy who fights off his front foot, right? He's really a guy who comes forward. So guys who come forward, their greatest enemy, their greatest weakness are going to be guys who fight off their back foot, right? And who are really good at fighting at their back foot, right? But Lomachenko is going to have to sell out in order to land any punches, which is why I think it's probably going to end with a stoppage. I think the size discrepancy and reach discrepancy is so great that Lomachenko is going to have to sell out in order to land anything on Devin Haney, right? He's going to have to sell out in order to land anything on Devin Haney, right? And because of that, he's going to fuck around and he's going to get caught. That's what I'm thinking. But we'll get back to that. I just think overall Lomachenko is too small, and because of that, Devin Haney is just going to end up outbigging him, outboxing him, outmaneuvering him, outjabbing him. You know what I'm saying? Outthinking him. I think Devin has a really, 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 really good shot. Right now, I think Devin 80-20, 80-20, 70-30. Lomachenko got a 30% chance to beat Devin Haney. 30% chance. And we could talk about how, but ultimately, I don't think he's going to be able to do it. But let me look at this super chat, man. I got a super chat, man. My guy, Truly Israel, coming through with the $9.99 super chat, man. What a dude, Truly Israel. Appreciate you for the $9.99 super chat. He says, salute, King David. Devin Haney is one of the most disrespected fighters. The new narrative have been knock Loma out to get recognition. I'm a fan of boxing, not knockouts, box or die. Yeah, man, all day, man, all day. Appreciate you, Truly Israel, for coming through with the $9.99 super chat, man. We're going to take this $9.99 and we're going to get us some boats and hoes.
Drinking sangria, nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down cause my dick can float.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Truly Israel, for coming through with that $9.99 super chat, man. All day, every day, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, family. All day, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, y'all see what it is, man. Devin Haney, man, at the end of the day, bro, I think he's more gifted. I think Devin Haney's style is just going to be a lot of problems for Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko is going to have a hard time getting off. Because he's going to have a hard time getting off, he's going to sell out. He's going to sell out in order to try to get some punches off. And while he's selling out, because Devin Haney is a really good counter puncher, he's going to catch Lomachenko coming in and probably hurt him real bad with something. I could see that. I could see that happening. I think he's going to hurt him real bad with something, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to hurt him real bad with something. And because of that, I think it's gonna end up being a stoppage. It's gonna end up being a stoppage, and that's gonna be my next question for y'all. That's gonna be my next question for y'all. I want to know. Do y'all think this is gonna be a stoppage? Do y'all think this is gonna be a stoppage? That's my next question for y'all. So I'm in this poll right now. I got who wins. 73% everybody says Haney. 27% everybody says Loma. So y'all pretty much in alignment with me. But I'm gonna ask y'all another question. I want to know, is this a stoppage? Does this end in a stoppage? Right? And when I ask that question, it could be maybe you think Loma gonna stop Devin. Maybe that's what you think. But ultimately, when I ask that question, I'm asking because I know Devin is going to be the one stopping Loma. But let me ask y'all the question. Will this be a stoppage? Got the poll out there for y'all. Will this be a stoppage? I think we're going to be surprised with what we see, bro. I think we're going to be real surprised with what we see, man. Again, the physical advantages that Devin Haney got, the physical advantages coupled with the stylistic matchup. Loma already fights on his front foot. At the end of the day, he's a pressure fighter. He's a smart pressure fighter, but he's a pressure fighter nonetheless. Loma coming on his front foot. Loma having a much smaller, shorter arms, the much smaller, shorter feet, the slower feet. Devin Haney using his jab, staying at distance, circling, but also at the same time being an excellent counter puncher. Is Lomachenko gonna be able to withstand those counter shots when they inevitably come? I mean, the odds are he will be able to withstand the counter punches because Devin Haney, I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of power like that, you know what I'm saying, where he's like knocking people out. It ain't tank power, you know what I'm saying? He got power though. I mean, I know a lot of niggas want to act like Devin ain't got no power, but there's a reason why dudes ain't rushing in there trying to jump in between those jabs. There's a reason why these dudes. Did y'all see Camboso's face after that fight with Devin Haney? His face was fucked up. So obviously, it's some sort of power behind them punches, right? Dudes want to act like Devin ain't got no power, but obviously there's something there, right? But my question is, my thing is, will he be able to stop Loma? You know what I'm saying? Will he be able to stop Loma? I, for one, think that he will be able to stop Loma. You know what I'm saying? I think that he will be able to stop Loma. What y'all think? And the question that I ask, it goes both ways. Will there be a stoppage? Because everybody's really expecting this fight to go 12 rounds, right? These are two guys not really known for knocking people out like that. You know what I'm saying? Two guys not really known for a whole lot of knockouts. You know? So everybody's expecting it to go the distance. But for some reason in the back of my mind, I think that this fight is going to end in a stoppage because when you got two guys, high-level guys like Lomachenko and Devin in the ring with each other, you just never really know what could happen, bro, at the end of the day, right? And never underestimate a fighter's ability to do something stupid. Let me say that shit again for the people in the back, bro. Never underestimate a fighter's ability to do something stupid. If he feel like he losing the fight, and the only way to win is to win by knockout, he gonna take a few extra chances that he wouldn't normally take. He gonna do a few things that he wouldn't normally do, right? And Loma proved in that fight with Teofimo Lopez that if he's pushed to the brink where he feels like he's losing the fight, he can enter that second gear, push a little bit harder, and take more risk in order to make sure he's getting the job done, right? So maybe that's the situation with Devin, and maybe Devin handles that situation in a way where he's able to hurt Loma and get him the fuck up out of there. And that, for one, is what I think is actually going to happen. But let me go to the poll. Let me see what y'all talking about. As of right now, the poll I got cooking is, will this be a stoppage? Right now, I got 82% of y'all that says no. I think that's very logical that 82% of y'all says no. And I got 18% of y'all that says yes. So I'm in the minority on this one. You know what I'm saying? I think this will be a stoppage. 82% of y'all says no. And y'all are very right for thinking that this ain't going to be a stoppage because, again, we're dealing with two fighters that don't got a history of stopping people, right? Lomachenko probably got more stoppages than Devin. But even Lomachenko, he's not a guy that's known for stopping people like that. He's not a guy that's known for having knockout power, right? So to predict this knockout for Lomachenko would be a little far-fetched. Same thing for Devin Haney. But again, this is going to be a different type of fight, right? If Lomachenko was 4 inches taller, 3 inches long, arm lengthwise, if his arm was a little longer, his feet was a little longer, I don't think that this will be a knockout. I don't think this will be a stoppage. I don't, right? But I think those physical disadvantages are going to make it very difficult for Lomachenko to get inside, and I think he's going to try to get inside because his whole game plan is to get inside, right? His whole strategy is to get inside. He's an inside fighter. He fights on the inside. Yeah, he uses those little angles on the inside, but he got to get on the inside in order to use angles. And Devin ain't going to let him get on the inside, bro. Devin ain't going to let him get on the inside. He's going to be trying to get on the inside. Devin ain't going to let him get on the inside. So the question is going to come down to, what is Loma going to do in order to try to get on the inside, right? What is he going to do to try to get him on the inside? And I think Loma, because this is Loma's final opportunity to do something. If he loses his fight to Devin Haney, I don't see Loma getting too many more opportunities to be in the picture, right? So I think this is going to be Loma's opportunity to try something like that, right? To try to sell out, to try to win the fight. We'll see. But I think that may be the case. My guy Truly Israel coming through with the $4.99 super chat. He say Loma's not going to press Devin and Haney is not going to force it. I feel it's going to be a chess match. 12-round unanimous decision for Haney. And that's the thing, though. Like, if the fight goes that way, and if Loma doesn't press, he's going to lose. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely agree with your assessment and how you think the fight is gonna go. Truly, Israel. If Loma doesn't press the fight, he's gonna lose a 12 round unanimous decision, right? But I feel like halfway through that fight, he's gonna realize he's down big, and he's gonna try to do what it takes to win the fight. He's gonna take some extra opportunities to win the fight. I think that's what's gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And when he does that, he's gonna get caught, and it's gonna be bad. Dwayne Williams say less. Loma going after him. Yeah, bro. Loma going after him. Appreciate you for the 4.99 super chat, man. It's a celebration in this thing.
The celebration! Bitches! Correct. It's a celebration, bitches! Show tell them your titties! Rick James.
Show my guy truly Israel your titties all day, every day, man. It's a celebration. Appreciate you for coming through with that 4.99 super chat, man. All day, every day. Appreciate you truly, Israel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My guy AC say, I believe Dev shuts out Loma down and beats him up, except corner stoppage. Yeah, it could be that. See, that's a possibility too, man. It could also get ugly enough to the point where his corner stops the fight. That's a possibility too. I feel like in that fight with George Kambosos, I feel like there was a few times where George Kambosos' corner almost stopped the fight because George Kambosos was getting beat up just that bad, right? So we could see a similar situation here with Devin Haney, where where Lomachenko is just getting beat up real bad, to so much so to the point where his corner decides to stop the fight. That wouldn't be that hard to believe for me, bro. That wouldn't be that hard to believe for me, man. It really wouldn't. It really wouldn't. This man sitting in the pocket. This man trying to get on the inside. Devin Haney with them long arms, with that long jab, keeping this man at distance, right? This man gonna have to bob and weave like Tyson just to try to get on the inside, but he don't fight nothing like Mike Tyson, right? He don't fight nothing like Mike Tyson, but he gonna have to bob and weave just to get some opportunities on the inside. But Devin footwork is too good for that, bro. So by the time you make your ass, you get all the way to where Devin Haney was, the niggas on the other side of the ring, bro. That's how Devin Haney fight, bro. It's gonna be real rough for Lomachenko. Real rough for him. Real rough for him. You know what I'm saying? If Lomachenko wants to be competitive at all, he's gonna have to push the fight. I know he understands that. He's not gonna win a fight from the outside, fam. He's not. It ain't gonna happen. Not when your arms is T-Rex arms. Not when you got little legs, right? Little stubby little legs. Not when you got little legs. You can't sit on the outside and try to fight a guy like Devin Haney. It ain't gonna work, bro. So he gonna have to sell out to try to get on the inside, bro. And then as he's selling out, he's gonna be getting hit with counter punches, bro. He gonna be getting hit with counter punches, bro. He gonna be getting beat up, bro. It's gonna be ugly, right? Until he gets desperate enough to try to sell out to get on the inside. That final little attempt where he sells out to try to get on the inside, and he gets caught with that perfect shot, that perfect little straight right hand, and it puts him out on his ass, bro. That's what I think gonna happen. That's what I think gonna happen, bro. I could be wrong, but that's what I think gonna happen. Let me go back to the poll, and then I got another question for y'all. I mean, y'all know how we do. Question as in answers all day, every day around this thing, man. Okay, I think I convinced some of y'all, bro. I said, will this be a stoppage? 31% of y'all now says yes, this will be a stoppage, and then 69% of y'all says no, this will not. There will not be a stoppage, and I respect the 69% of y'all that says no. I think the odds of y'all being right are much higher than the odds of me being right at this particular point in time. But I will say the people who are saying that this is gonna be a stoppage, they're gonna look like geniuses if it turns out to be a stoppage, right? They're gonna look like geniuses. So I mean, it is what it is. But let me end this poll real quick, and then I got another question for y'all, man. Y'all know how we get going, man. And then we're gonna see if we got time to open up the panel. So the next question I got for y'all is this: who does the winner fight next? Who does the winner of this fight, right? Who does the winner of this fight next? That's what I want to know. Who does the winner fight next? Who? Oh, no, I did the wrong shit. Hold on. Here we go. Who does the winner fight next? Right? That's what I want to know. Hold on, I'm putting up the poll for y'all real quick. Who does the winner fight next? Let me hear what y'all got. Because honestly and truly, I think both of these guys have proved that they want all the smoke. That they looking for all the smoke. Both of these guys have proved that they looking for all the smoke. Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney in the past by applying for the franchise belt, but I think he proved that if you push him enough, he will fight the guys that he needs to fight, right? He will get in the ring. If you push Lomachenko hard enough, he will get in the ring, right? So the question is who is the winner gonna fight next? That's what I want to know. Who's the winner gonna fight next? A lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. My guy AC coming through with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, AC. He say I too put 5 on it. I'm going with corner stoppage, classy way out like Porter versus Bud. Yeah, bro, that's a big possibility, man. Corner throwing the towel, like, hey man, no, you ain't gonna be beating the. Hey, I think it's gonna be something like that. I think, first of all, I think Devin Haney is motivated. I think Devin Haney is motivated to make a statement, right? Devin Haney always motivated, first and foremost. Devin Haney, that's why I like Devin Haney. He's one of those guys that always got a chip on his shoulder, that's always looking to prove something, right? He's one of those guys, right? Always motivated, always looking to prove something. So when a guy's always looking to prove something, his performance is always going to be a level up every fight because he's looking to prove something, right? There's a little extra effort. There's a little extra fight in him, right? There's a little extra everything, right? And I think that Devin Haney got that chip on his shoulder. And because of that chip on his shoulder, it's going to allow him to perform a little better than normal. Right, Lomachenko is the same guy that applied for the franchise belt and who gave Devin the title of email champion. Right, there's a whole history behind this whole situation. Devin Haney is eager to show the world that he's the best lightweight in the division. Devin Haney understands that he's been disrespected this whole time. They got him on the pound for pound list and to take him off, then they got him on and to take him off. These dudes don't respect Devin Haney, and because of that reason, I think he's gonna come through and he's gonna perform a little better in this particular fight. But not only that, again, like I mentioned before, the chip on the shoulder, along with the fact that this man is going to be, this man has a size advantage, he has a reach advantage, right? The footwork, the speed, the footwork that's going to be, or the foot speed to be able to circle Lomachenko, take away the angles that Lomachenko likes to use, right? The counter punching ability is going to make it very difficult for Lomachenko to get off. Lomachenko is going to have to sell out in order to get something, right? Gonna be a very tough fight for Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Very tough fight for Lomachenko. You know? But back to the original question. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get my guy AC right, man. My guy AC came through with a $5 super chat, man. So I'm gonna take this $5 and I'm gonna give me some votes at home.
Drinking sangria, nachos, lemon heads, my dad's both. You won't go down cause my dick can float.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, AC, for coming through with that $5 super chat, man. All day, every day, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, AC. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. As far as who Devin is gonna fight next, I mean, I'm sorry, did I say Devin? The winner of Devin and Loma. As far as the winner, who the winner's gonna fight next, like I said, there's some possibilities, but we gotta rule some of them out right away. I put Tank as an option, but honestly, I don't think Tank wants any part of Devin Haney at this particular point in time, right? I don't think he wants any part of Devin Haney. Tank has had several opportunities to fight Devin Haney on multiple occasions, right? Multiple occasions, but instead of deciding to fight him, chose to go in the other direction, right? You ain't gotta like it, but it's the truth. Instead of deciding to fight Devin Haney, decided to go in another direction. You ain't gotta like it, but it's the truth, right? But even if Tank decided that this was going to be different, right? That this was going to be a different type of experience, and he actually does want to fight Devin Haney. Even if he decided at this point, all right, I've been talking, I've been saying email champions, I've been talking all this shit. Let me actually try to make the fight happen. Even if he actually did try to make the fight happen, I think it would be very hard to make, right? Would Tank Davis be realistic in his expectations of trying to make a fight with the undisputed champion of the world after he just sold 1.4 billion pay-per-view buys with Ryan Garcia? Tank Davis already thought that he was the face of boxing before the Ryan Garcia fight. He was already unrealistic before the Ryan Garcia fight. You had Leonard Ellerby talking and promoting this man like he was the biggest thing since sliced bread before the Ryan Garcia fight. So what the fuck y'all think gonna happen after the Ryan Garcia fight? Like, how is it gonna be easier to make fights with Tank Davis? And this is why I didn't like the idea of Tank Davis doing that well in that pay-per-view, because it was like boxing rewarding him for the wrong shit, right? At this point, there's no incentive for Tank Davis to get in the ring with the Killers. Right? There's no incentive. And even if he does want to fight, Devin Haney, even if that is the fight that he want to make next, even if it is he going to be realistic in the negotiation? Is he going to be realistic at all? Is he really going to try to make the fight, or is he going to come out here talking about 60-30, 70-40, 80-20, or whatever I give him? Is he going to be on this shit?
Dog at the welterweight division, and he gotta take a back seat and take that 60-40 or 70-30, whatever we give him.
If we fight, it's going to be either 70-30, 80-20. Was that?
Man, I was when I said that.
Is he going to be asking for 60-40, 70-30, whatever I give you? Is he going to tell Devin that he wants an 80-20 split? A 90-10 split? And you know how these fanboys are. If you the A side, you just allowed to ask for whatever the fuck you want to ask for. And whoever the B side is, they got to just flat out take it. Otherwise, they duck it, right? Otherwise, they ducking. You got to take a Visa gift card, right? A Visa gift card, a $50 Visa gift card, and a McDonald's Happy Meal to fight from the A side. Otherwise, you ducking. You know how these fanboys get down. So my question is even if Tank does want to make the fight with Devin next, is he going to be realistic in his demand in order to make the fight happen? I'm not so sure about that, bro. We know Tank already ain't got that much of a desire to fight Devin in the first place, because he's had several opportunities to fight Devin in the past and decided not to. But even if he's turned over a new leaf at this particular point in time, is he going to be realistic with his demands? Is he actually going to try to make the fight happen with a realistic offer that a nigga would actually take? Or is he going to try to 80-20 a nigga? Right? Is he going to try to 90-10 a nigga? Right? I'm not convinced that he doesn't try to 80-20, 90-10 a nigga. And for that reason, I don't see a Tank versus Devin fight happening next. I honestly and truly don't. And then there's the Loma rematch. Depending on how well Loma does, that may be a viable option. Even if Devin wins the fight handily, depending on how it goes, it may put Lomachenko in a light where the fans want to see it again. Maybe the fans didn't believe. It may be a Maidana Mayweather situation. or a Castillo Mayweather situation where the fans think that he lost, but he won. It may be that type of situation, right? Or it may be a situation where the fight just does so well and it was competitive enough where people just want to see it again. I could see something like that happening as well. That's a possibility, right? Of course, if Lomachenko get dominated or he gets stopped, like what I'm predicting, then I doubt that that would be the option for the next fight. But if it's anything that's competitive, that's an option, right? That's an option. A Lomachenko rematch. What y'all think? Is that an option? That's an option. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely an option. And then there's the Shakur fight. There's the Shakur fight. The Shakur fight is definitely a possibility as well. Shakur's over there with Top Rank. Devin's over there with Top Rank right now, even though this is the last fight on his Top Rank contract. So if he's gonna fight Shakur, he probably would have to re-sign with Top Rank in order to fight Shakur, which is also something to think about. Is Devin gonna be willing to re-sign with Top Rank in order to get the Shakur fight? A fight that I'm not sure he really wants at this particular point in his career, right? And when I say I'm not sure if he wants, it doesn't mean like he doesn't want the fight. It just means like it's a fight that it doesn't really get him up at this particular point in time. Shakur's new to the division. Shakur ain't beat nobody at lightweight. Shakur ain't really earned his stripes at lightweight like Devin did. You know, am I against the fight? Absolutely not. If that fight happens, I'll be all for it. I'll buy the pay-per-view, the whole 9 yards. But I don't see Devin staying at 135 for Shakur specifically, right? We already know Devin got weight issues anyway. Both him and Shakur are pretty young. So I'm sure they'll get opportunities to fight again later on down the road. So I don't necessarily see Devin staying at 135 for Shakur, right? I could see him doing it for Tank. I could see him doing it for another Loma fight, you know. But for Shakur, I think he understands there's plenty of time for that fight to happen. Ain't no rush. And he probably would want to be at his best, in his best possible condition, which would probably be at 140 pounds. Because the man killing himself to make 135. So although that's a possibility, I don't think that that's necessarily the next fight. I think the guess I will go with would be the last thing, the last option. I think it'll be a 140 guy. I think the next fight is a 140 guy, right? Considering everything that I just said about the other guys, right? Shakur not being a priority, because that's what it is. Shakur would just not be a priority. Shakur not being a priority. Lomachenko possibly an option, but if he gets dominated, not an option. Tank just pricing himself out, right? I think the most viable option would be a move up to 140 pounds. See what's going on at 140. And I think my guy mentioned it before, a fight with Teofimo Lopez, right? Or maybe you can get in there with Rolly. Now Rolly got a belt, which is hilarious in itself, right? The fact that Rolly Romero got a belt, but Rolly got a belt now. I'm not sure if Rolly's handlers would want to get him in the ring with Devin Haney. As a matter of fact, I probably wouldn't, knowing their history. But Rolly does have a belt, so maybe he could put himself in line for that belt with Rolly. Or considering he just left Top Rank, maybe he can get in there with Josh Taylor, right? That's an even better fight, right? Than a Rolly fight. Josh Taylor got a belt as well. Josh Taylor got a belt too. I know y'all know about that shit. Josh Taylor got a belt too, right? So he can go in there. He can go in there with Josh Taylor. That's a good option for him at 140 pounds, right? Get in there with Josh Taylor and then start the whole process again of trying to be undisputed at 140 pounds, right? Devin Haney at that point, maybe at that point he's a free agent. I mean, who knows? And then he can get in there with maybe Rolly Romero or Regis Prograis at that particular point in time, right? Those are all interesting, entertaining fights at 140 pounds. But I see those as all being bigger possibilities, especially the Teofimo Lopez fight, Did anything happen in that 135? I don't think anything happens at 135. I don't think Shakur is a priority. I don't think Tank is going to be reasonable in negotiations. I think he's going to price himself out. He's going to ask for 90-10, 95-5, right? He's going to say the belts don't matter, and Devin got to take a 95-5 split, right? No guarantee with a rehydration clause of he can't go up over 5 pounds over the fight weight. It's going to be some bullshit like that. Tank gonna price himself out. You know what I mean? I think it's gonna be some shit like that, and Tank gonna be out of the picture because I don't see Devin going along with that shit. At least I would hope he wouldn't go along with that shit. I didn't want him to go along with the Kambosos shit. To me, the Kambosos shit was out of fucking pocket, right? But he went along with that shit. He surprised me and a lot of boxing fans, and he went along with that shit, and he got that shit done. But I don't think he's gonna be trying to do that shit again, bro. You only want to make so many sacrifices in order to get shit done. You at some point you feel like you paid your dues, goddamn it. Right? At some point you feel like you paid your dues. This is why Earl can't come to Bud and tell him 60-40, 70-30, or whatever I give you, because Bud paid his dues already, bro. He was already the B-side to other guys, bro. He already paid his dues, bro. Devin Haney already paid his dues to become the undisputed champion at lightweight. Not only taking a lower split on the pay-per-view, and much lower at that. Not only taking a lower split, but fighting in his competitor home country, not once but twice, and taking the B-side twice. Right? Devin Haney ain't gonna be looking to do no bullshit like that again with no damn Tank Davis. Right? I doubt that. I doubt he gonna even entertain that goofy ass shit, right? And because of that, it's gonna make it very difficult for a fight like that to get done, right? The Shakur fight ain't a priority. The Tank fight ain't gonna happen because Tank gonna price himself out. Loma, if he gets smoked too bad, that ain't happening. So the only viable option is a fight at 140 pounds, right? So that's what I'm riding with. But let me see what y'all voted on, though, right? Because I asked y'all, who does the winner fight? Who does the winner fight? And I'm just over here saying that Devin's gonna win the fight. Loma could win the fight. I don't think he's gonna win, but he could win the fight. So right now I got 33% of everybody that says Tank. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I got 27% of everybody that says a 140 guy. And then I got 40% of everybody that says Shakur. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Y'all think Shakur he gonna fight Shakur next. That might happen. That's a possibility. I'm not ruling that out. That could damn sure happen. I wouldn't be mad at it if it did happen. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Right? I don't think Devin is looking at Shakur as a priority right now. I just don't think he is. He may, but I just don't think he is. And honestly, I can't blame him. If he move up, he move up. We know he having weight issues. If he move up, he move up. He already did. He already became undisputed. He didn't tell. It's not like Shakur got a belt, and Devin told him that he got to clean up his side of the street. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like that. Devin already cleaned the division. He got all the belts. He done did everything he needed to do really at 135. He just won't more smoke at 135, right? If you fight Shakur, I'm with it though. But I just don't think that that's actually gonna happen. Here we go with the lights again. Goddamn. See if I can turn that motherfucker down. Hold on, bro. Shit too bright again. Goddamn it. Oh, now that shit got me looking orange. Shit got me looking orange. Oh no, that's too dark now. Okay. Fuck all that. All right, we here. Let me look at the comments. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Let me start from the bottom. Keep Pierre say, EJ told that man, you were light in the ass, I'm gonna crush you in his face, and then ran. Come on, bro. You don't believe none of this goofy ass shit that you talking about, Keep Pierre. Come on, bro. You tripping, you tripping, you tripping, you tripping, you tripping. EJ told that man that Bud Light in the ass, but then fought Mikey Garcia, a lightweight. How the fuck you gonna say Bud Light in the ass, but then you turn around and fight a lightweight? You know what I'm saying? You turn around and fight a lightweight. And didn't Danny Garcia move up to him 140 pounds? Make it make sense. If you look at a lot of Earl Spence's opponents, didn't a lot of them move up in weight, but he called him Bud Light in the ass? Come on, man. You over here tripping. You tripping on top of tripping. Keep PSA, Bud a duck, he ran from the biggest fight in boxing. How you run from the biggest fight in boxing if they still negotiating, bro? You dudes make zero sense. How do you run from a fight you still negotiating?
The negotiations have never really stopped. I mean, they took a pause. There's the Avanesian fight for Crawford. Spence was focusing on another fight before he got hurt. So there's still conversations ongoing. And until, one of the guys says, it's over or I'm done fighting or whatever, I don't think anybody's given up at this point.
I actually want.
Dudes make zero sense. How the fuck you run from a fight and you still negotiating? That makes zero sense, King Pierre. Come on, man. I know you know better than this stuff that you're talking about right now, bro. My guy Truly Israel say, I see Top Rank giving Haney $10 million a fight to keep them belts at Top Rank. $10 million a fight? That's a lot for Top Rank. They ain't even give Bud Crawford $10 million a fight. If we keeping it a buck. I mean, maybe they might give him $5 million guaranteed or something like that. Maybe they might give him a similar contract to what Bud had. And honestly, that wouldn't be bad because he can spend the next 2 years, 3 years over at Top Rank getting a lot of those guys fighting T.O. and Josh Teller and and there shouldn't be no issue even if he's with Top Rank making the cross promotional fights, right? It shouldn't be no issues with that because we had we got Tom Brown saying it's the fighters. It's always
it's the fighters. It's always the fighters. When they ask for something and it's a fight that can be made, we're going to go do it. We've worked with Top Rank, many times in the past, and it seems like the relationship's just been getting better and better, and
keep getting better and better. So there shouldn't be no issue. Even if he does go on Top Rank, it shouldn't be no issue with trying to make no fights over there with the PBC anyway. Right. But even if for some reason those fights can't happen with the PBC, there's enough fights over there on Top Rank between Josh Teller, Jose Ramirez, some of those 140 guys where it should keep Devin busy for at least the next 3-4 fights. You know what I'm saying? At least the next 3-4 fights. And then if he becomes a free agent again, then he can start seeing about the PBC guys maybe on the move up to 147 pounds. I mean, who knows? Who knows? My guy, Super Catcher, Fragilistic, XB Aladocious in the beard. What going on with you, fam? Appreciate you for coming on through, man. He over there laughing, man. Hey, man. I'm over here having a good old time, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. All day, every day. My guy, Keith BS, I remember Terrence. I'm coming for that motherfucking belt. That was the biggest call out in boxer. You mean to say boxing? And your boy Duck. Come on, bro. You know what's crazy is you want to talk about the one time that Earl called out Bud, but do you not understand that was 5 years? 5 years. 5 years after Bud called out Earl. 5 years, my guy. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. 5. That was 5 years after Bud called out Earl. So are we supposed to give Earl brownie points for calling out Bud 5 years after Bud called him out? Come on, bro. Shit makes zero sense, 0 cents. My guy QT in that building. What's going on with you, QT? QT say Devin should work his way into 140. It's killers up there. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with going up to 140, man. 140 ain't no weak division by any means at this particular point in time, right? So if he go to 140, he go to 140, man. I ain't got no problems with it. My guy Pang in that building. What's going on? He say, Devin should give Loma shit if he dominates him. Yeah, bro. He shouldn't. The only way it should be a rematch is if it's like kind of competitive, which is a possibility. Bro, anytime you're dealing with two elite fighters, because Lomachenko is an elite fighter. Devin Haney is an elite fighter. Anytime you're dealing with two elite fighters, there's always a chance that something different could happen, bro. That's why we want the best to fight the best, because even though you think you know who gonna win, when it's two elite guys, that possibility of the guy who you thought win losing could happen, bro. It's higher than what you think, right? None of these dudes are bums. Both of these dudes are elite. Both of these dudes have been down on the cards before, right? Both of these dudes can win the fight. So if Devin dominate Loma, yeah, by all means, he should move the fuck on. But there's a possibility he won't dominate Loma. There's a possibility Loma could even win. There's a possibility it could be a close fight. You just never know when you're dealing with elite fighters, right? I'm picking Devin. I think Devin gonna dominate the fight, but you never know when it's two elite fighters at the end of the day. You just never really know, Payne. You never really know. My guy Pooh Dangles Branch in a bit, and he say Devin and T.O. been a while or it's a while. Yeah. Man, that fight should have happened a while ago, bro. All day, every day, man. It should have happened a while ago. KPS say he going 2 years of negotiation. That's ridiculous. It didn't take him that long to negotiate that nobody he beat up with the busted gloves. Come on, man. Here we go with this goofy ass shit. You know, when it come to Earl, if you really want to talk about who take long to negotiate, it's really Earl Spence, right? Every single one of Earl Spence's fights always take a long time to negotiate. When he did the fight with Ugas, that took a long time, right? The Pacquiao fight took a long time to negotiate. Sean Porter took a long time to negotiate. When you look at Bud Crawford fights, Bud Crawford, he's able to usually get fights done very quickly, very quickly. That's why he got more fights. It's not just because he's a little older than Earl. It's because he's able to get fights done. Bud almost got 40 fights. Earl got barely 30 fights, right? So how does the guy with more fights be more adept at making fights than the guy who has less fights? Somebody enlighten me. If I got more fights, wouldn't I have more experience making fights, and wouldn't I be better at making fights than the guy with less fights? I mean, that's just common. Earl Spence got less fights. Earl Spence has never been undisputed in the weight division. The PBC has not seen an undisputed champion at 147 pounds in years. They've been the people who have controlled that weight division this entire time. And we haven't seen an undisputed champion. But when you go to any top rank division, we've seen undisputed in all the top rank controlled divisions. We've seen undisputed at 140, right? We've seen undisputed at we've seen more of those kinds of fights with the important people at top rank than we have at PBC. Abracadabra in the building. He say winner of Haney Loma, like we don't already know. Devin put the press on Tank. Tank won't accept Devin. So the winner between Rolo and King Rye, 3-3 tiebreaker. Yeah, bro. I think that's likely what could happen. But the only thing is Rolo is over there with Mayweather Promotions. He's with PBC. And you know, them dudes like messing around when it comes to making fights happen. You know, they like messing around when it comes to making fights happen. But he do got Josh Teller over there. I think Josh Teller is going to beat the shit out of Teofimo Lopez. I think he's going to beat the shit out of Teofimo Lopez. And when he does beat the shit out of Teofimo Lopez, that's a good next fight for Devin Haney, right? Or even if Teofimo manages to win that fight somehow, that's a good fight for Devin Haney as well. Or if Teofimo Lopez happens to lose that fight, that's still a good fight for Devin Haney, right? Former undisputed versus former undisputed. That would be some good headlines. People will pay to watch that fight. That'll be a good little scrap. You know what I'm saying? That'd be a good little scrap. That'd be a good little scrap. Keep Pierre say, you talking about when he was at lightweight, that is different division, and Bud hasn't beat nobody at 147. Isn't Sean Porter somebody at 147? Keep Pierre. You dudes just be saying anything, right? Isn't Sean Porter somebody at 147? Let me guess, you're going to say, oh, well, that wasn't the same Sean Porter, KD. It wasn't the same. He wasn't the same. You just said he don't beat nobody, so why you moving the goalpost? I already know you're gonna move the goalpost, and I'm already countering what I know you're gonna move the goalpost to. But y'all ain't trying to hit me though, man. Y'all ain't trying to hit me. My guy Toby Montana in that building. What going on with you, Toby Montana? He say I see Taylor whooping Taylor too, especially if he doesn't get caught. Depends on which TO shows up. 50-50 fight. Yeah, bro. I wouldn't say it's a 50-50 fight. I favor Josh Taylor more. I think Josh Taylor got more tools in the toolbox. I think T.O.'s undisciplined. I think T.O.'s unfocused. T.O. shouldn't even beat Sandor Martin. He should have lost that fight. That was a robbery. I think T.O. gonna get his ass whooped. Could T.O. win the fight? Sure, it's a possibility, but I don't think he's disciplined enough to win the fight. I don't think he's disciplined enough. I don't think he's gonna do what needs to be done in order to win the fight. He has the talent. T.O.'s a talented guy, but he's not disciplined enough. He's not focused enough. He's immature, right? Josh Taylor, on the other hand, is very disciplined. Josh Taylor, on the other hand, is very focused. Josh Taylor, on the other hand, has a good boxing IQ. Also has multiple tools in the toolbox, right? Josh Taylor is going to be able to beat him. He actually, honestly, Josh Taylor has several ways that he can beat Teofimo Lopez. I think Teofimo Lopez is limited as a fighter. I think he's one-dimensional, honestly and truly, right? He ain't making no adjustments. He's one-dimensional. I think he gets in there with Josh Taylor, and Josh Taylor schools him, takes him to school. I think Teofimo Lopez gonna be wearing Coke bottle glasses and a little band-aid, a little band. You know how them nerds be wrapping up their glasses with the little band-aid? They tie up the glasses when they done broke apart. I think he's gonna be wearing Coke bottle glasses with a band-aid, tying up the middle with a little pocket protector. That's how smart he gonna be after Josh Taylor school that nigga. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Toby Montana say I see Taylor whooping T.O., especially if he doesn't get caught. Depends on which T.O. shows up 50-55. Okay, I think I already read that. I'm calling it a business draw. Very safe decision, man. That's a possibility too, man. It's a possibility too. Josh Taylor could get robbed. It could be a robbery. It could be a stick up. It could be that. It could be that. Well, you just never know. You can't never call that, but it could be that. Toby Montana say Taylor versus Catterall 2 rematch. If happened, who you got? Man, based on the first fight, you gotta go with Catterall. You gotta go with Catterall based on that first fight. And hopefully after Josh Taylor get through with T.O., he give Catterall a rematch. But I wouldn't hold my breath on that shit. But let's keep it going though, man. I got another question for y'all though, bro. Got another question for y'all. I got another question for y'all, bro. Right? This gonna be my last question. And then I got a little bit of time. I'm gonna open up the pump. So this is my last question. My last question for y'all is this. Matter of fact, before that, let me go to the poll real quick. Because I asked y'all, I say, who does the winner fight? As of right now, I got 36% of everybody that thinks that the winner fights Tank in the next fight. I got 0% of everybody that says it's a rematch, which is interesting. So nobody think it according to y'all, the possibility of a rematch is zero. Well, goddamn. Okay. I got 22% of y'all that says it's a 140 guy. And I got 43% of y'all that says Shakur is next. I get Shakur. I get Shakur being the highest. I get it. I don't see it happening, but I get it. I just don't see Devin going out of his way to fight Shakur. I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. I don't see him making the sacrifices and cutting weight an extra year so he can fight Shakur Stevenson. I mean, it's a good fight. It's a big fight. I hope it happens. But I just don't see it happening. And if he moves up to 140, it ain't a duck. Because, it ain't no real. It's a reason for him to fight Shakur, but ain't no reason for him to hold up his career to fight Shakur. because Shakur at 135 is virtually new, right? If Earl Spence would have been undisputed before Bud got there and he would have moved up, I wouldn't have no problem with it. When Bud got the division, he moved up. Okay, fine. You moved up. Can't make the weight no more. We ain't got no problem. You already undisputed, right? If you out of division, you out of division. We know you having problems with the weight. Gone. Right? So if Devin decides to stay at 135 and fight Shakur, cool. If he decides to leave, cool. I'm cool with either one. But honestly, I don't see him staying at 135 an extra year or so to fight Shakur Stevenson. I just don't see it. Honestly and truly, I think if Devin is going to stay at 140 another year, it's going to be to fight Tank. It's going to be for Tank and nobody else. Because Tank is the guy that he got all that history with, right? Tank is the guy who's been calling Devin the email champion, and he wouldn't even be relevant unless somebody emailed him the belt, right? Tank is the one that been talking all that bullshit, right? Tank is the one that could have fought him on multiple occasions, decided not to, right? Tank is the one talking all that bullshit. It's been Tank. So Tank is the one that. So if he decides to fight, if he's gonna make any extra sacrifices for a fight, I think it's gonna be Tank. But I feel y'all though. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll, and then I'm gonna ask y'all one more question, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop the link to the panel. So here we go, man. I asked y'all the last question I got for y'all is, and I asked this question I think a few weeks ago on another show, but I ask it again because it is fight week. The fight is happening on Saturday, so I'm gonna ask y'all again. Are you buying the pay-per-view? That's what I want to know. Are you buying the pay-per-view? Are you buying the pay-per-view? That's what I want to know. I got it up in the poll. Are you buying a pay-per-view? Are you? Are you buying a pay-per-view? My guy Justin Reed in the building. What going on with you, Justin Reed? He said, I don't see it. With Shakur, maybe I'm missing something. Talented, but the hype is a little too much for me. Same with Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Ennis, I think, is a way more like inflated than with Shakur. Because Ennis hasn't proved anything at this point, right? Ennis ain't never won a belt. Ennis ain't never been in the ring with anybody worth a damn. Even when he fought that last guy, he looked kind of pedestrian in that fight, right? So I don't think you could put Ennis in the same category as Shakur, because Shakur actually has proved some shit, right? Shakur has been in there with the Oscar Valdez's, and he has been a unified champion, and he has this is Shakur's third weight division. He was unified in two weight divisions before getting to 135 pounds, right? So Shakur definitely has much more credibility than somebody like Ennis, you know. But I do think there's a level of hype that is there surrounding Shakur. But I think a lot of the hype is founded. I think Shakur beats majority of everybody, honestly and truly, man. Honestly and truly, it ain't too many people that beat Shakur or even got a shot. Shakur is very good. Honestly and truly though, and I've never said this before, but if Shakur and Devin fought, I kind of would favor Devin a little bit in that fight. That's a 50-50 fight, but I would favor Devin just a little bit only because I feel like Shakur, he believes a lot of his own hype, bro. I think he believes a lot of his own hype. I think he's a little bit too full of himself. You know, I think Devin is a little more focused and disciplined than Shakur. Shakur's missed weight a few times. Shakur be out of the ring doing goofy shit sometime. You know what I'm saying? Devin is more. I feel like Devin is more focused. I think he's the more focused, more stable guy. He's probably not as talented as somebody like Shakur or somebody like Tank, but he's the more focused, more stable guy. Devin gets slowly better with every fight that he takes. He gets a little bit better. He learns stuff from the last fight. He adds little things to his repertoire. You know what I'm saying? I like Devin's mindset, his mentality more than Tank and more than Shakur. Those guys are probably more talented than Devin, but I like Devin's mentality more. I like his approach to the fight game. Devin stays in shape, right? Never missing weight, none of the shenanigans outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? When he takes a fight, he's focused on that fight. On that fight, you don't hear him talking about nobody else, none of this guy or that guy or this guy for the most part. You might see Twitter fingers here or there, but you ain't gonna see him talking about this guy, that guy when he got a fight coming up, right? He's for the most part very focused on the task at hand, and that's why I like Devin. That's why I like Devin. I like him a little bit more than the other guys, right? If I had to put a pick him in there with Shakur, I would favor Devin. Not enough to put money on the shit, but I would favor Devin slightly over guys like Shakur, and I would favor him over Tank as well. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it going though. Let's keep it going. Devin Duck Shakur like Bud. Oh my God, bro. What are you even saying, Keith Pierre? Come on, bro. You know better than this goofy ass shit you talking about, fam. You know better than this bullshit. If you niggas got Keith Pierre, if you got the nerve to say that Devin Duck Shakur, I don't ever want to hear you say that Earl ain't the biggest duck in professional boxing. This man told Bud to his face he rather take the easy route first rather than get in the ring with a Terrence Bud Crawford. If you can't call Earl a duck, I don't ever want to hear you call anybody a duck, honestly and truly, bro. Because you clearly don't even know what duck mean if you ain't calling Earl a duck. I don't get it. QT say Tank could have fought Loma. Yeah, he could have fought Loma, bro. Tank could have fought Loma. He could have fought Devin. He could have fought Shakur. Could have fought Tevin Farmer. He could have fought Gary Russell Jr. He could have fought a lot of guys, man. A lot of guys Tank Davis had the opportunity to fight, but decided not to fight. That's why I don't get why dude gets all this credit for really doing nothing, for really ducking, dodging, and maneuvering his way through competition, right? Tank, honestly and truly, he's a lightweight Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion, bro. He's more talented than Canelo, but he's a lightweight Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion. But let's keep it going, though. Toby Montana say just a casual. Yeah, yeah. More than likely he is. Toby Montana said Shakur beats everybody at 135 and 140. Regis his hardest challenge at 140. Yeah. I agree with that. 135, 140. Like I said, the Devin fight will be a very tough fight for Shakur. Tank fight would also be difficult for him as well, just because of Tank's power and all that, But ultimately, I think Tank is too. Here what I think, y'all. I think Tank is too in love with his power. I think Tank is too in love with his power. He has boxing skills, but he's too in love with it. I think he relies on his power a little bit too much. I think he always looking for the knockout for the most part. He throw 1 and 2 punches at a time at times in fights. And I don't think guys like Devin and Shakur are going to give him the opportunity to land those counter punches like what he gets with some of these other guys that he's been in the ring with. These Ryan Garcias, these Hector Garcias, these Rolly Romeros, right? And that's what's going to be the difference between those guys and Devin and Shakur. And for Shakur, I think Shakur, he relies too heavily on his skills, right? He thinks he drinking his too much of his own Kool-Aid, right? He a little bit too intoxicated with his talent, right? His talent to catch and shoot and do everything, and he's too in love with his talent, right? And because of that, I think that gets in the way with a guy like Devin Haney. A guy like Devin Haney shouldn't be able to beat somebody like Shakur Stevenson, who we can all see is more talented. But because Shakur, at this point, for me, he's a little bit too in love with his talent to be able to see a guy like Devin beating him, outpointing him, utilizing the little nuances in order to eke away with a victory. That's how I think that fight will go. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. 50-50 fights. All of them. 50-50 fights. QT say, I don't know, KD. I got Shakur cleaning out 135. Can't speak on 140 until I see how Shakur take a punch at 140. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. And it ain't crazy for you to pick Shakur to clean out everybody at 135. I think that's a realistic, pick and everything like that. I just, for some reason, like I said, bro, I think Tank too in love with his power. I think Shakur is too in love with his talent, right? Too in love with the shit, bro. Too in love with it, bro. When you in love with something, when you fall in love with a particular part of your arsenal, you become predictable, right? You become predictable. You get complacent, right? You have mental lapses in fights, right? shit start getting dangerous. I see Shakur having mental lapses in there with Devin. I see Devin being a mentally stronger guy in that fight, you know. And as a result, that giving him a bit of an edge, right? I think Devin's gonna go into that fight with Shakur very prepared, very prepared. And I think Shakur is gonna be going into the fight with Devin like, I already know I got a little edge over him. I done beat him in sparring. You know what I'm saying? I done beat him in sparring. I don't really need to prepare. I just need to really work. And Devin's gonna be studying this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I got. I know I got to do this. I know I got to do that. I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna study that. While Shakur gonna be relaxing and chilling. You know, while Shakur should be training, he gonna be chilling. And while Devin should be chilling, he gonna be training. Right? He gonna be studying. He gonna be working. He gonna be focused. He gonna be locked in. You know, those are some of the things I see when that fight happens that will give Devin Haney the edge, in my opinion. But they keep it going though. They keep it going. Truly Israel say Floyd Mayweather say Tank wasn't ready to fight Loma. Yeah. He sure did say that Tank ain't ready to fight Loma. Bro, I don't want to hear no more about it. That was crazy to me. Your promoter say he ain't ready to fight Loma. Come on, bro. But my thing is the nigga never became ready to fight Loma. How you not ready to fight Loma and then just never became ready to fight Loma? That's what I want to know, right? That's what I want to know. But let's keep it going though. My guy Toby Montana say who wins in a fantasy matchup if the same division, David Morrell or Shakur. Shakur is more skilled than David Morrell. If they're the same size, Shakur wins that fight. Shakur wins that fight all day, every day. Toby Montana said, I agree with the Tank scenario, KD. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You can see I've definitely given all this stuff some thought. I know Tank got power. I know Tank got skills. But I also know that Tank is in love with his power, right? Just like Deontay Wilder. These dudes, they fall in love with the power, right? If you listen to any Tank interview, all his arguments around why he gonna beat guys is surrounded around his power, right? You listen to this nigga, he go a clip from Tank right here. He go right here.
I told you it's a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no 50-50 fight, nigga. How you gonna keep me off you and you ain't got no power? Let's talk about that. How you gonna keep me off you if you ain't got no power?
There's 3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank.
Power is an advantage in a fight, but just because you ain't got power, that don't mean that you're not gonna lose a fight because you ain't got power. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna keep me off when we ain't got no power? Just because you got more power than he does, that don't mean you're gonna win the fight. See, this is how Tank is thinking. See, I'm listening to this shit. If you listen to any interview with Tank when he's talking about any other fighter and talking about whether or not he can win or whether he'll beat any other fight, it's always like, oh, I cracked that guy. He ain't got no power. How you gonna keep me off when he ain't got no power? Well, you think just because he ain't got power, he can't win the fight? Floyd Mayweather moved up to 147, beat everybody at 147, beat everybody at 154. Didn't knock nobody out. I think the only guy Floyd knocked out at 147 was Victor Ortiz. Outpointed everybody at 147 and 154. Didn't clean out 154, but he had a few fights at 154, right? So that go to show you can beat guys without power. And there's several other examples I could give you where guys not knocking everybody out, but still outpointing everybody and winning handily without no issues. So it come down to your skills on whether or not your skills, your mentality, other intangibles, it come down to those things on whether or not you go win a fight, not solely power. But every time you hear Tank talk about a fight between him and these other guys in the division, it always come down to him with power. But it ain't all about power. But why you keep talking about power? That's why I feel like Tank in love with his power, right? He's gonna be looking for a knockout shot, right? And that shit gonna work on most of the people he get in the ring with, but it's gonna be 1 or 2 niggas that he gonna get in the ring with where it ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna be able to land that punch, bro. You ain't gonna be able to land that punch. It ain't gonna connect. You're gonna be looking for it all night, and you're gonna get beat up as a result of it. Especially when you in the ring with a guy that's longer than you, taller than you, bigger than you, got faster feet than you. And let's keep it real, bro. Tank got slow feet. The nigga slow-footed, right? If we keeping it a buck, the nigga slow-footed. That nigga ain't gonna be able to keep up with Devin Haney as far as footwork wise. Devin Haney gonna be dancing circles around that man, right? He'll be lucky to touch Devin Haney. He'd be lucky to touch Shakur Stevenson if we really keeping it a buck, right? Tank in them fights, he probably gonna try to make sure that the ring real tiny, so he ain't gotta run around the ring too much, right? Because Tank is slow-footed, he's very clunky, right? And he can be outboxed, and he's too in love with his power. And for me, Shakur too in love with his talent. Devin Haney is the most focused among all three of them guys, bro. That's why when Tank was around looking for Ryan fights, Devin was looking for the belts. Devin was looking to prove that he the best, right? That's what separates Devin from all these other dudes. But let me go to the poll, bro. I asked y'all, because this ain't got nothing to do with my question. I asked y'all, are you buying a pay-per-view? I got 58% of everybody that say yes. I got 42% of everybody that says no. So the 58% of everybody that says yes, I mean, I agree with y'all 100%. I mean, this fight is important as hell to boxing. Not only is this fight for the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, but it's also between two of the best lightweights in the division. I don't understand what would you not want to pay for with a fight like this, right? Not only are you getting an undisputed matchup, but you're getting two of the best lightweights in the division, right? And although I think that Devin's gonna wash Loma ultimately, I legit think that Loma has a chance to win, and that's what makes this fight intriguing. Unlike the Ryan fight where you knew exactly what was gonna happen, with Lomachenko, you just never know because Lomachenko is an elite level fighter. And even when the odds are stacked up against him, he still has the possibility of turning the tables and winning the fight. This is one of those fights as a boxing fan that you got to see through. You got to see through. Because although you think you know what's going to happen, these guys are both elite. And whatever you think going to happen, it could be the opposite. Right? Loma is not a 3-weight division champion for no reason. Let me say that shit again for the people in the back. Loma ain't a 3-weight world champion for no reason. He's not. So this is going to be a real tough fight for Devin, right? This is going to be a real tough fight for Devin. But so I don't get why you dudes ain't going to buy it. But let me look at the comment section. Let me look at y'all, what y'all saying right now. My guy QT say, facts, the fight is important. I gotta buy it. I paid $30 to go out and watch Ryan and Tank. Shaking my head. Oh, QT, you got caught with the okie doke, man. They caught you with the okie doke, QT, man. That's crazy, bro. You should have talked to your boy before you bought that fight, man. Should have talked to your boy before you bought that fight, QT. Come on, man. Toppy Montana says Shakur may come off as arrogant, but that boy been training to the point where he barely got flaws. So I'm gonna have to disagree on that, and that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you know, I mean, he definitely. I'm not saying the man lazy, you know, nothing like that. I'm not saying he don't train. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that there's a such thing as overconfidence, you know. There's a such thing as overconfidence. I think that Devin is gonna be a much harder fight for Shakur than Shakur realizes. Right? I think it's gonna be a much harder fight for Shakur than Shakur realizes. But when you talk about Devin understands that Shakur is going to be his hardest fight, so he's going to prepare for that. I think Shakur is going to underestimate Devin in that fight, right? Whether it be consciously or unconsciously, I think he's going to underestimate Devin in that fight, and he's probably going to get caught slipping, right? He's probably going to get caught slipping, right? And it's probably going to be a very close fight, but he probably going to get caught slipping and might lose the fight 7 rounds to 5. Right. To me, it's gonna be that type of fight. 7 rounds to 5. Devin Haney. You know. And honestly, if it goes to a rematch, I think Shakur would win the rematch. I think Shakur wins, makes the better adjustments, and he would win the rematch. But when it comes to the original fight, I don't think that Shakur is gonna be prepared. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's gonna be prepared for that type of fight. QT say Tank is skilled, but his resume is finesse. I can't even say like Canelo because Canelo fought Floyd at 23. He sure did. Sure did. He sure did. He sure did. Tank at 23. Pedraza? That's what you got for Tank at 23? Pedraza? You know what I'm saying? Good point with that one, QT. Keith Pierre say, I agree with the Shakur scenario. He's too cocky. Yeah, he is a little bit too cocky for me, bro. He is. I think he'll beat Tank, but I do not think that he'll beat Devin Haney. I think that's going to be a real tough fight for him. Real tough fight for him. I think he'll win the rematch, but the first fight, I think he loses. Keith Pierre say, I'm looking at Devin Haney got rocked and walked back to his corner staggering. Yeah, Devin Haney can get caught. He can get caught. Anybody can get caught, bro. Anybody can get caught. Hey, look, when I say that he beats Tank Davis, I'm not saying that Tank Davis can't win. Not at all, bro. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. Tank Davis can catch him, knock him out. Could happen, especially with a guy with the punching power of Tank Davis. You know, it was the same thing like with Deontay Wilder, right? With Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, and that's kind of a bad example because of everything that went on with that fight. But let's use it for an example, right? Tyson Fury was the better boxer. Deontay Wilder was the puncher. In the first fight, let's talk about the first fight. Tyson Fury won 10 out of the 11 rounds, right? Easily. But in one of those rounds, Tyson Fury got knocked down and almost knocked the fuck out. Right? He got knocked down and almost knocked the fuck out. So it's going to be a similar scenario when it comes to Devin and Tank if they ever fight. If Tank don't knock Devin out, Devin is going to win the fight. Tank has this window to knock Devin out. If it doesn't happen, Devin is going to win the fight. And it ain't going to be close. It ain't going to be close. Tank has to knock Devin out. If it don't happen, it ain't going to be close. He may be able to do it, but he might not be able to do it. Because Devin Haney is not like all Tank's other opponents. He's not going to sit in a pocket with Tank and throw in exchange with him. He's not going to stay up against the ropes like some of Tank's other opponents, right? He's not going to be coming forward, lunging and throwing punches at Tank like Rolly Romero. He's not going to be doing none of that shit. He's going to be sitting back on his back foot, using his range, using his reach at a very high level, counterpunching off his back foot, catching and shooting, pot shotting, right? Tank is going to have a very, very small window, to try to knock Devin out. And if it don't happen, Tank is going to lose. He's going to lose. I don't think Tank got the experience. I don't think he got the experience to try to get in there with somebody like Devin and make some shit happen. If you look at all the guys that Tank Davis has fought, they're all the same. All their styles are the same. Essentially, Tank fought a bunch of Rolly Romeros. If you look at everybody on his resume, they all fight the same for the most part. There's nobody that you can point to on Tank Davis's resume where you could say, oh, well, this guy's different. This is a real test for Tank because we've never seen him fight nobody like this. No, you can't say that about Tank because every guy he's been in the ring with virtually has the same style. For the most part, they all come forward. They all throw a whole lot of punches. They all want to fight on the inside. All right. They all got slow feet. None of them got fast feet. They all pretty much the same shit, different toilet. But Devin is going to be a whole nother breed for this man, a whole nother animal. It's going to be a whole nother situation. How's Tank going to react to that situation? I don't know. Or should I say, I do know it's not gonna be well. That's why Tank ain't been too eager to get in the ring with a Devin Haney, honestly and truly. He had several opportunities, like my guy Toby Montana said before. Several opportunities to get in there with Devin Haney and decided not to. Right? You know what I'm saying? He say, what you talking about experience? Yeah, I explained that a second ago, bro. He ain't got no experience fighting guys with the foot speed of a Devin Haney. He ain't got no experience fighting nobody with a jab like a Devin Haney. He ain't got no experience fighting no guy with the boxing IQ of a Devin Haney. He ain't got no experience fighting no guy with the athleticism of a Devin Haney. Right? All the guys that Tank has been fighting have been same style, lack of head movement, predictable, throws the same combinations, very predictable. Same shit. Devin Haney's a different type of situation. Different type of situation. Keep here said, man, stop the cap. Tank been fighting since he was 7 or 8 years old. What that mean? Fuck that mean. What that mean? I'm talking about pro level experience. I don't care about what he was doing at 8 years old. I'm talking about pros. Who on Tank resume can you point to that has anywhere near the kind of style of a Devin Haney? Who can you point to on his resume that you can compare to Devin? Nobody. But I could show you some people on Devin resume that have similar-ish styles to Tank. That lack of experience is going to be a problem. All right? It's going to be a problem. But let me do this, man. Let me do this. I'm going to read the poll. Look at the poll. Right now, I got a poll going on right now, man. I asked the question. I say, are you buying a pay-per-view? 57% of everybody say, yes, I'm buying a pay-per-view. 43% of y'all say, no, I'm not buying a pay-per-view. I don't understand why y'all wouldn't buy the pay-per-view, man. If you ain't buying a pay-per-view, you hating that nigga, bro. You hating that nigga. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to end the poll. We're going to end the poll. And I'm going to go ahead, man. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show from here, man. I'm going to wrap it on up. You know what I'm saying? I'm wrapping on up, man. But in closing, man, I think we got a real good fight coming up on Saturday, bro. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson is really going to be a good fight. Devin Haney versus Vasiliy Lomachenko is going to be a really good fight, man. I think everybody out there should buy the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? And support boxing. By buying a pay-per-view for Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, what you're telling the boxing guys out there is that you want to see the best versus the best. That's what you're telling. That's what you're telling the boxing guys when you buy a fight like Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. So everybody out there should buy the fight, man. Y'all already know what your boy KD think gonna happen on the fight, man. But definitely buy the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? And support boxing, support the sport. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, man. Keep here say, man, David don't do nothing but jab the whole time. You gonna see on Saturday. I am gonna see on Saturday. I'm gonna see on Saturday. I'm gonna see Lomachenko get schooled. I'm gonna see Lomachenko get schooled, possibly stopped. That's what I'm gonna see on Saturday, man. And I hope you back next week, Keith Pierre, when your boy KD tell you, I told you so. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna wrap up the show, man. Hey, if anybody new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit the like button on the way out, man. I just want to shout out everybody who pulled up. I got Keith Pierre, Toby Montana, QT in the building. You know what I'm saying? Abracadabra, my guy Nat Zay. He's like calm, cool, collected as Devin is. Yeah, bro, all day, every day, man. Who else was up in here, man? Abracadabra, my guy Pooh Dangle Branch was up in here, man. I appreciate all y'all for coming through, man. Once again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit the like button on your way out. But until next time, bro, I'm gonna holler at all y'all. But peace.
Ghetto intellectual in the dimensional, raised in the trenches with an appetite for vegetables, broccoli and edibles, the greens, book or two a year kept me mentally lean. Ghetto intellectual in the dimensional, raised in the trenches with an appetite for vegetables, broccoli and edibles, the greens, book or two a year kept me mentally lean. College dropout, heard me graduate. I'm not the sharp.
Appreciate all y'all for sliding through, man. Hit that like button on your way out.
College, so I hesitated, tried to play the street, but that just didn't calculate. I got my uncle's M scars just like my battle buds. Memories are crumbling in the mud for tuition. War-torn tears helped me build my intuition. The streets that raised me kept me calm in that position. So college feels way more different. Now I'm back on the block with valor in the dock, seeing that I made it far enough to pay attention. I still use bad grammar cause I'm stubborn and committed. My code squishy skills is on God mode. I talk right, draw slow, slang right, swing right, speak black, speak white, speak love, speak light. Hate my own feet, but I'm black-footed soldiers. Warrior and bold, so I wear these Jordans on my toes. Even though these niggas better know that the boy got it ever since I came through the door. Just to let a nigga know.
Soon, like maybe we get Demetrius Andrade. He called me the other day. I already called him back. But he called me the other day. We talked for like an hour about, you know, just trying to get this shit done. Yeah.
Oh, that was different.
Mentally late. Yo, I'm gonna make this the longest outro ever. Yo,
surprise!
To this nigga right now. Nigga, if you have ever heard the name Glance Rap, nigga, if you ever heard anything about this nigga Glance, my nigga, before today, nigga, thank you, bruh. Like, thank you for listening to this shit that made me make it this far to make a song like this. Yo, this is like fucking B-roll sake. Nigga, this song is, nigga, we about to take this song and put that bitch under a motherfucking coal on the 4th of July and roast some motherfucking chicken on this shit, nigga. It's that fire, nigga. I swear to God, nigga, I feel classy.
It's the fighters. It's always the fighters. When they ask for something and it's a fight that can be made, we're going to go do it. We've worked with Top Rank, you know, many times in the past, and it seems like the relationship's just been getting better and better. And if we, you know,
to graduate college after dropping out in the 9th grade, nigga, this is a miracle, nigga. Fuck that. Yo,
I say Terrence Crawford.
Yes.
You know, that's what's gonna happen. Hopefully he beats Jeff Horn and gets that belt. And like I said, I want to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
Yes, the nigga is classy. Yes, the nigga is intellectual. But most importantly, the nigga is black excellence at its finest. If you do not pay attention right now, nigga, you need to go do your taxes. This is shit talking at a century right now. Fuck you, fuck all